Today we're going to be building a drop shadow or jump shadow that stays underneath a 3D character for 3D platformers especially. We're going to do that with Unity 6. Unity 6 has a new system for drop shadows that's going to be utilized. It's called the Decal system. We're going to go into Photoshop first. We need a circle, black circle. I got that set up here. I'm going to save it to our folder. It's transparent around the outside, so it's very important that that's transparent. We will just check this out, look at the texture type, make sure that everything's correct. We want wrap mode set to clamp. Next, we're going to be creating our actual graph. So we go to create, and then we go to shader graph, and then we go to URP, and we go to decal shader graph. We can call this whatever we want. Shadow graph, and we're going to need to add a couple other nodes. The fragment is kind of the final step. So first we need to add in nodes for the texture 2D asset and the texture 2D sample. The asset is the black circle itself, and the sample transitions the asset into the fragment. So instead of actually right-clicking and create node, I'm just going to drag my black circle in. It's pretty smart like that, so it's going to pop that up right here. We have our texture sample, and we have our texture asset there. And now we just have to drag into the base color, RGB. And you can see how we went from RGBA to RGB. So we'll also need to drag in our A to alpha here. Now that we have our jump shadow graph saved, we'll see it down here and a material that's been automatically created from it. We'll need to create a game object just for the shadow. The reason why is because of the rotation. I'll show you that in a moment, but first let's add our component. It's a decal projector. We're going to drag our material to the decal projector. And now if we play, we will be able to see a little bit of a shadow. If we pick it up, the shadow is more clear. If you drop it, it doesn't look right. The reason for this is because of the projector. Right now, it's projecting forward, not downward. To make it project downward, we need to rotate our game object 90 degrees. Now it will project downward. That also fixed the square versus the circle. That's because it's projecting the circle as a 2D circle, and it's shooting that circle downward now. Before it was shooting across, so you're just getting the cross section of what would be kind of like a cylinder. You can see there's still a little bit of a problem when I throw it. It doesn't appear right away until it gets closer to the ground. The reason why it's not showing when the object's in the air is because of the projection depth. We want to be able to see it no matter how far away it is from the ground. So let's make it go 15 units. That way, even if it's off the screen, you might be able to see it. One problem with having the shadow a child of the character is that when the character rotates, it rotates the shadow. So you cannot offset the shadow's location relative to the character without that offset being rotated with the character's rotation. So to circumvent that problem, I created a script that will allow the character and the shadow to be completely separated and not child-parent. And you can see here how on update we relocate the shadow's object to be on top of the character object plus an offset. Pretty simple, but it'll make it better because we can now create an offset and really make sure our shadows look perfect underneath our objects. So I went ahead and I did that. I added a script that creates the shadows separate. That way that shadow can have an offset from my character. That's not affected by my character's rotation. and it works.